welcome to Lake Placid Football Dynasty, the awards show. It's just what I call it. Anyway, all we got left is the bowl games, and right now we're gonna take a quick look at the top 25 and take a look at the polls and see where everybody's at. See where your favorite team is done in the second season of the Lake Placid Dynasty. And as you can see, we are number 22 with a record of 10-2. And only Northwestern dropped out of the top 25. So now, without further ado, let's give up the Heisman Trophy and see who we're going to give it to. And this year's Heisman winner will be Kenny Hill, quarterback, TCU. And you can look at the points, the voting, with McCaffrey finishing in third place. And as you can see, Hawkins did not make the top 5 in the voting. So, oh well. Getting to the All-Americans, you can see Hawkins is the number 1 halfback. Mr. number 1 halfback. And we got a fullback in the All-American. Usually we have 2 halfbacks on the first team. So as you can see, we only got one person that made the All-American team from Lake Placid. But you can see see if any of your favorite teams had any players on the first and second team. As you can see, McCaffrey finished on the second team. And I don't have anyone on the second team from Lake Placid. So we only got one crocodile that made it. But it was surprising to me. Well, maybe I should see the list again. Let's see the list again. The freshman team. Looking at the different freshmen here. You remember Kane made the all-freshman team last year, which I was shocked. I was shocked that he made the all-freshman team last year. But I was expecting either Gaines or Little Hawk, one of them, to make the all-freshman team, and neither one of them did. So I was kind of disappointed about that, because I thought that they did enough to make it. So now we're looking at the all-independent. And as you can see, Hawkins got a lot of Notre Dame, a lot of Delaware players. And Marcus Hawk, middle linebacker. He made it to the all-independent, as well as freshman Gaines. He made it as free safety to the all-independent. The all-independent team, first team. Looking at the second team, like Delaware is gonna dominate, where Notre Dame dominated the first team. Delaware look like they gonna dominate the second team. But we got Mark Tyler, defensive end. He made it to the second team. And so did Wayne Larson. So that gives us what, 5 so far? 6. There's Ricky Tanner, Bama boy, a cornerback. He's on the team. And that's it. So we had about 6 guys make it to the all-independent. Not bad. Now we are looking at the other awards that that the NCAA be giving out. As we can see, Mr. Quarterback here gonna win the Maxwell from Washington State. Y'all remember us playing them in the bowl game last year. And the Walter Camp goes to Elijah Hood from North Carolina. And I never could say that name, but John Johnson won that award. And the dude from Ohio State, Slade. And there you see Mr. Quarterback again. So he's a senior. So if he had another year, he'll probably win the Heisman. Hawkins wins the Doak Walker Award, being the best running back. Okay. So we got us a trophy. We got a trophy. Clemson has a award winner. Mackey goes to Ryan. I'm not even going to try that name. The wide receiver. The Outland goes to Nelson of Notre Dame. Remington goes to Sam of Notre Dame. Lombardi, Slade, the dude here from Ohio State. Linebacker Award, or the Dick Buckus Award, as I like to call it. That'll go to kid from Notre Dame. Kid from USC wins another award there, the Thorpe. Washington State has the award for the kickers. And the Ray Guy Award goes to this kid from Northwestern, Hunter. And the best returner, Chris Warren of Texas. I think Hawkins should have won that one too. But that's just my personal opinion. See, the player of the week for the conference championships. They're going to give it to the quarterback of Tennessee. And Alexander, the cornerback from Stanford. So now we're going to take a look at the bowl matchups. And you can check out your favorite team and see what bowl game they're going to be going to. You can also see what Herb Street thinks about who's going to win and who's going to lose. Right now I'm looking at the bowl games that I would probably watch. Hadn't quite found a matchup, an intriguing matchup yet. Something that, that will make me say, ooh, I got to see that game. I got to see that matchup. So, I hadn't quite found one of those matchups yet. I'm still looking. Toledo is picked to beat Florida State. Wow. Now that Auburn UCLA game might be interesting. That might be interesting. That's the Holiday Bowl, I think that was. Let me see that again. Yeah, that was the Holiday Bowl. Alabama, Georgia Tech. Oh man, you talking about some old school. Man, they used to be somewhat of a rivalry. So that'll be a game you wouldn't mind watching. And you see we playing Minnesota. And Herb Street is going to pick Minnesota. Okay. Go on with your bad self. Air Force and Old Dominion. I would probably watch that. I would probably watch this one too, Delaware and UCLA, just to see if Delaware could win that game. Oklahoma, Michigan State. That might be an interesting game. Missouri and Boston College would be interesting also. Still looking for no. Florida, Virginia Tech. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. That would be one of those games you might catch. Texas A&M and Kansas State. Yeah. Going back to that, back when they was in the same conference, that'd be interesting. Miami and Ohio. Oh yeah. Yeah. We won't watch that. Yeah. We got an Ole Miss and Northwestern. Could be an exciting game. Penn State and Stanford. That has a old school feel to it. I'll probably watch a little bit of it. I'm not much of a Rose Bowl watcher, but cause I can never get interesting games. Not to me, anyway. Like Clemson and Tennessee, Sugar Bowl. Shoot, man, I'll watch that. Yeah. And about Western Michigan and Texas State in the Orange Bowl. In the Cotton Bowl, LSU and SMU. I'll probably peek at it, but I probably wouldn't actually sit and just watch it. And Troy State Bowling Green. They should be picking the BG. And in the national championship game in the Fiesta Bowl Stadium will be TCU, number 2 TCU taking on number 1 Notre Dame. Notre Dame! They're in the championship. Notre Dame! They're in the championship. So we're going to little quick look back at Crocodiles. Big win against Missouri. The player of the week 11, 5 touchdowns. Not just in the independents, but in the entire NCAA. And we had 2 independent, players of the week. And Hawkins hanging on to that Doak Walker best running back trophy there. And the Meineke Car Care Bowl, where we'll be taking on Minnesota. And Herb Street, like I said, he already picked Minnesota to smack us up a little bit. 21-4. Not bad so far. 2 seasons. 21-4. And looking at Minnesota's long, rich history. Over 600 wins. Pushing. Actually, they got a ways to go before they get to 700. And checking out our schedule here. Remember, we lost to Alabama State early in the season. And then the Florida game that we don't talk about. All in all, 10-2. And looking at Minnesota, as they lost to Ohio State, lost to Iowa, lost to Illinois. We beat Illinois. And they lost to Nebraska. So you can see Majors over 800 yards passing. It's those interceptions, man. Whew. Hawkins, much better season what he had last year as far as yards and average per game. He had more touchdowns last year though. Marcus, no touchdowns. Wow. And then that's Marcus Hawk with 47 tackles. Hannah with 2 interceptions, and Tyler with 6 sacks. And we got Green. I believe Green's a freshman. Yeah, I think their quarterback's a freshman, and their running back almost got 1,000 yards. So they look like they're gonna be a tough opponent for us. You see what the coaches are. So, but that's the end of this episode here. So now we're gonna be heading off to the bowl game to take on Minnesota. So we'll see you then, and you have a good one, and we'll catch you later.